Come on, let's go, let's go. Places, get those prima donnas ready. Come on, backstage. Is his hair done yet? Let's go. Jeez Louise. All right, everybody, we're good. You're good here? All right, perfect. Let's get this thing done. We're live in 1 minute, everybody. Lights, we good? Good, cameras rolling, good. Let's keep this thing going. All right, come on.
Miss Stevenson, I think we need to give the studio audience instructions. I don't think they know what to do.
Missy?
Yeah?
What did I just say?
You said places?
Right, good, Missy. So why aren't you in your place, Missy? Let's go! Now, for you all, welcome to a world-class television studio. You are about to be broadcast to millions across the world who are fans of the hottest variety show since Ed Sullivan. Now, this is Missy over here. She's our cue card gal. You're gonna take your cues from her. But first, these microphones here, they are very sensitive, state of the art. If you got a cough, hold it in. You got a sneeze, hold it in. You got a burp or any other of those bodily functions, try not to hurt yourself, but hold it in. And if you have any of those little devices that make noise, do me a favor, turn them off now. No, I'll wait. Okay, now don't touch them till the end of the show unless you want to lose a finger. Are we clear? Good. Now Missy here. During the show, some things are going to happen that are good. Now she's going to hold up a card and you're going to do what it says, okay? So Missy, very good. Now some things might happen during the show that are funny. And she's going to hold up a card. You've done this before. Now, there might not be anything good or funny in this show. Just do what the card says, okay? Good. Now, we've got, oh geez, all right. When you see the sign, just do what it says. Come on guys, we've got 30 seconds. Let's get everybody in places. Band, places, come on, places. 5, we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running.
Live from Boerne, Texas, it's the Starlight Lounge, where the stars of Boerne ISD are shining brighter than ever. Tonight's guests, Boerne ISD School Board President Donna Sharp, District Superintendent Dr. Thomas Price, plus Coach Stan Leach with a game of Mascot matchup. Keeping things out of this world, Ken Peach and the Starlight Lounge Band. And now, here's Avi!
Fly me to the moon. Oh, yeah. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what school is like at Currington or Voss. In other words, hold my hand on the way to the lunchroom. In other words, hey teachers, teachers teach me. Ah! Oh, welcome to the Starlight Lounge, everybody. Hope you're having a good time so far. Oh, yeah. In other words, take me back to school. In other words, I said in other words, it's time for school. Let's go back to school, baby. Oh, my goodness. All right, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to the Starlight Lounge, where the stars are shining brighter than ever right here in Boerne ISD. I tell you what, you guys are the stars out there. And you know, I've got a couple of questions the other day. Somebody was asking me why we decided to call the show the Starlight Lounge. And I thought, well, that's pretty obvious reasons why we call it the Starlight Lounge. I think it's pretty obvious, right? Don't you think, Ken? Ken, I need you out here, man. All right. I think it's pretty obvious why we call it the Starlight Lounge. First of all, we've got a whole row of star-headed people over there. Look at that. Someone brought the aliens, all right? Very nice. Yeah, well, so I felt it was pretty obvious why we called it the Starlight Lounge. You see the stars up there, but really the real reason why we call it the Starlight Lounge was, well, the boss said we had to. Very nice, yes. Hey, no, I really, what do you dig the 60s retro theme here, huh? Space race, everything. I felt it was pretty apropos, pretty appropriate. I mean, figuring out we're starting to see people actually get back into that space exploration thing. You see this on the news, Ken? You see this? Yeah, we've got billionaires going into outer space these days. Kind of crazy, I thought. So I thought, you're going to go to outer space? All right, well, the sooner the better. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, I thought, what an interesting thing. People are going into outer space. Scientists say that pretty soon, the common person, like me, yeah, not you, Ken. You're more than, yeah. I'm just the common guy. But pretty soon, the common person can take a trip into outer space as well. Which, of course, if you're traveling, that means you probably have to take your emotional support animal, too, right? And so I decided to look into this. I said, well, what if I want to take the family cat with me into outer space? So I made a call to my good friend, Jeff Bezos. We're buddies, right? And I said, hey, Jeff. You know what he said, Ken? He said, what? Yeah, it's something like that. And I said, hey, Jeff, if I were to want to take my cat, into outer space, what would something like that run me? He said it's somewhere in the neighborhood of almost $10 million to send a cat into outer space. Can you believe this? Kind of crazy, huh? $10 million. He called it a cat astro fee. Get it? Cat astro. That's right. No, really, we decided to call this wonderful event today the Starlight Lounge because of you all. You are the bright, shining stars of Bernie ISD. Now, yeah, that's right. Give yourselves a round of applause. Absolutely. You're the superstars. It says it on your shirt. You're the superstars. Now, when you take into consideration things like last year and, the pandemic and all this online learning and all the hoops you had to jump through to make all of that possible, we made it through. So you are the real superstars. You're the stars of Bernie ISD. Of course, if this really were a room full of stars, it'd be a big ball of flaming hot gas. So. You got to be there for me, drummer. You got to be there for me. All right, stick around. We've got a great show planned for you. Lots of special visitors, a whole bunch of things happening right after a few words from our sponsors. Hey, Brian, what you got from the sponsors?
Oh, Avi, doesn't everyone look great in their new t-shirts? Thank you to our friends at Ford of Bernie for sponsoring this year's Starlight Lounge Convocation t-shirts. We are truly grateful for your commitment to education and your generous support of our students and staff throughout the school year. Ford of Bernie, you're a superstar to us. Let's give Ford of Bernie a round of applause.
Bernie ISD held convocation for our operations department last week to officially welcome them back for the 2021-2022 school year. Our operations team works tirelessly year-round to ensure our facilities are in tip-top shape. Thank you for your hard work.
In 30, we're back in 30. Your hair's still good? Good. All right. Announcer man, you need water?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good, get it yourself.
All right, welcome back to the Starlight Lounge, everybody. Cue card girl. Don't forget to do what she says, right? Welcome back to the Starlight Lounge, where the stars are shining brighter than ever. And we thought, every year at this kind of crazy convocation time, what we normally do is something that we like to call a roll call. Well, this year we're going to do it just a little bit different because this is the Starlight Lounge. So put your hands together. Help me welcome our one and only athletic director, Coach Stan Leach. He's got the moves. He's got the moves. All right. Hey, Coach Leach, you've been here part of this district now for a couple of weeks at least, right? Couple of weeks. Yeah. You want to tell the folks how long you've been part of the district?
Right around both wars. Yes. 36 years. There we go.
36 years in the district, and you yourself are one of those bright, shining superstars that we're talking about. Didn't you win some major award this year?
Well, thank you. Yes, I did. Top 100 basketball coaches. Thank you.
Top 100 basketball coaches in the state of Texas, Coach Stan Leach. So that makes you kind of a competitive guy, wouldn't you say?
Pretty competitive.
All right.
I would say the least.
So you want to play a game?
Let's play a game.
Let's play a game! We're gonna mascot matchup. I tell you what, you go get your friends and I'll go get some contestants. How's that? Let's find some contestants out there. Y'all want to play? I got some names here randomly given to me by some strange person. From Bernie High School, Heather Saker. Come on down. From Kendall Elementary, Angela Sandage. Come on down. From Voss Middle School, Stacy Murrah. Come on down. And from Fair Oaks Ranch Elementary, Leslie Rutherford. That's you, Leslie.
Sponsors, remember?
All right, as soon as we get our contestants up here, you contestants are playing for a chance to win some amazing prizes. O'Brien, tell them what they can win.
Our contestants had the chance to win a Cody soft-sided cooler filled with school supplies, courtesy of HEB. But that's not all. They also have a chance to win $125 worth of gift cards to local businesses, thanks to our parent-teacher organizations.
All right, do we have all of our contestants here? Are we short a contestant? We're missing one. Who wants to fill in? Who wants to be a fill-in contestant? Oh, here comes one. There we go. Come on, this is a fun game. You got kind of little pep in your step there. Now, here we go. All right, Coach.
Okay, here we go. We have the blue team. The red team. Okay, you're going to go.
All right.
Go find your mascot. And the birds are tough. So that's going to be the tough one. And we are ready.
You're gonna have 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Yep.
Ken, you're our guy.
Here we go. You
We
ready?
got it, Jason.
We're
Don't
ready.
stumble. Ready, go!
Come on, help them out, folks. Help them out. If they're getting it wrong, you got to help them here.
I think they're doing it right. Maybe see somebody put the chair.
Oh, that's it. Time's up. The music stopped. Oh. That's it. Time's up. Music stopped. Come on back here, teams. Don't you love the way they follow instructions? The music stopped. You got to stop playing, kids. The bell rang. Go to class already. Come on. Come on. My goodness. All right. All right.
Okay, it's time to... Hey, Ken?
Yes, sir.
It's time to check.
All right, let's check.
Okay. Champion. But we do have a Fair Oaks Mustang.
Here we go. Coach. Give you a microphone.
Okay.
It's number 5 up there.
Usually coaches don't need one. Okay. Fair Oaks Mustangs. One more time. Okay, what do we have here? All right, we've got a correct answer, Ken. We've got the money down. After the awesome year we got to stop, and we got to do a real Go Greyhounds. Okay? We ready? 1, 2, 3.
Go Greyhounds!
Yeah, we can do it. Do it like winners. 1, 2, 3.
Go Greyhounds!
Okay, here we go. We have a Fabra Falcon. Next up, we have Van Rob. Hey, Ken, no, that was a bad thing. This is a Charger. But we're going to give him some love. This is the South Chargers. Go with it.
Go with it.
Farrell Trench. But awesome year. Lone Star rankings, awesome state championships, on and on it goes. We're going to have a Go Chargers. Champion High School. Champion Chargers. And 1, 2, 3, Go Chargers. It's got a little different beat than Go Greyhounds. Okay? 1, 2, 3, Go Chargers. Awesome. Okay. This is where it all began on John's Road. Way back in 29. Let's hear it for the North Greyhounds. Okay. I tell you, not only y'all took 1 minute and 30 seconds, you gave them 2. I'm telling you, the paper was turned in late, and you had 2 answers. Come on. Okay. What kind of music do we have? We got, but you can't. They circled C and D. And only C was right. But let's hear it for the Voss Eagles. Okay, oh yes. Hey, this is not good music over here. Not good music. However, we got the right one, the Carrington Cougars! Okay, we gave you a different one a while ago. Oh no, it's all good. We love everybody, everybody's somebody at Van Rob, and everybody's somebody with the Roadrunners! Okay, here we go. We're gonna give you a little Charger love. Okay, we ready? 1, 2, 3 for South Chargers. 1, 2, 3, go! Let's do that again. Let's hear it for the Chargers. Okay, come on, we gotta step it up with the love. Here we go. Cibolo Creek Cubs. And we have the best dress for last, the Kendall Knights. Okay, y'all got to make these people feel good. There's a winner somewhere, and there's a winner with all 4 of them. We've got your prizes over there with Yvette. Let's go. Everybody gets a trophy and a Yeti. Yeah, there we go.
Good job.
Hey, Stan.
Thank you for playing.
I think you might need to take your furry friends back with you.
Okay. Everybody again, let's hear it for our mascots. Thank you.
All right, stick around. We got more stars in the Starlight Lounge coming right after these words from our sponsors.
Our convocation would not be possible without the support from our sponsors. Thank you to Ford of Bernie, McDonald's, HEB, Toyota of Bernie, 1910 Church, and our amazing parent-teacher organizations. Give them a round of applause.
Welcome to Bernie ISD, picked as the best small school district in Texas by the HEB Excellence in Education, and chosen as one of the top workplaces in 2020 by the San Antonio Express News. Have a superstar year.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Peach and the Starlight Lounge Band and the Starlight Dancers. Ken Peach, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? Those Starlight Lounge dancers. Oh, ladies, you did a fantastic job. How's it? Oh, we lost some of them. Goodbye. Oh. I guess the camera was a little hot. The lights. It's the lights. It's the lights. Will you step up over here just a little bit? Is it okay if I talk to you? Is that all right? Okay, good, good. First of all, you're wearing my outfit. Shame on you. Next time, ask if you can go through my closet, okay? Very cool. Are you enjoying your time? But first of all, what school are you at?
Bernie High School.
Bernie High School. All right, let's hear it for the Greyhounds. And what year are you?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. What's your name?
April.
Hi, April. Everyone, this is April. All right, April, so how long have you been doing dance?
This is my 4th year.
4th year, 4 years straight doing dance. So I'm guessing you like it?
Yes.
Yeah, you haven't lost a toe or anything,
Not
yes?
yet, no.
Good, okay. So can you tell us what is so special about being part of the fine arts and activities like this in Bernie ISD?
It's definitely like a family. Like we all help each other, and it's just like one big family.
Very good, very cool. Thank you. That's you, directors. That's you, superstars, that are creating these families out there. Good job, ladies. Thank you all for being here. So good. Wow. See, just another example of all the stars that we have here in the Starlight Lounge. And our next guest, speaking of stars, is a star in her own right. As a member of the Board of Trustees for more than 7 years now, Miss Donna Sharp. Good to have you. My goodness. Oh, you look lovely. Look at that. Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, thank you for being here. We got you a little gift, so you'll remember this moment forever. Next time you drink your coffee, drink that out of there, courtesy of the Starlight Lounge here.
Remind me of all of you.
Good. So now you'll have to hold the mic up so as we can actually hear it. There you go. Is that better? Now tell us again how many years?
So I'm going into my 8th year. It's my 3rd 3-year term. So, and I've enjoyed every year of service, and thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you've had the opportunity to go to several graduations and lots of really neat events here in Bernie ISD, right?
Absolutely, and this is one of my most favorite events. And then, of course, as students cross the stage, it must be one of the best events for you all too, because each and every one of you have a hand in all of what they accomplish. You, and we love our students, and they're going forth and creating our future. So thank you.
So when you came on, we probably weren't the same size as we are now. We've grown. I would say we've grown. At least in the last 7 years, I know I've grown. These are a couple extra Mary's tacos in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, the drummer got it. How about that? Yeah. 3 days later.
So we're here in the 60s, right? And back in the 60s, we had over 900 students, barely. We had 1 elementary, 1 middle, and 1 high school. And now we have 11 times as many students. Can you believe that? And of course, now we have 2 high schools, 3 elementary, and our 3 middle school and 7 elementary in our academy. And so we know that people love this community, and they are all coming here because of you and the schools and all of the things that we have here that they want to be a part of. And so we know we have to focus on making sure to maintain our small town feel and our excellent education that each of you deliver. So we're working really hard on that.
Awesome, wonderful. All right, well, you know, as you say, the kids are here for all of us, but I tell you, all of us now are here for you. So do you have a short message maybe you want to share with the folks out here about maybe what's in the future? Because everything's futuristic.
Well, future, okay, so I don't know if y'all have seen Star Trek. live long, prosper, right? So I was thinking about, as I was preparing for this 60s presentation, of all of those things, right? Any of you that watched it back then, and here we're talking to computers, they talk back to us, right? We have handheld devices that, of course, none of you all are on right now, I know, but that have...
No, the stage manager told them to put them away.
And they mind, right? They follow the rules, but, and so, we have dictionaries and we have encyclopedias. Our kids have those in the palm of their hands. And so, just like back in the 60s, the boards that preceded us and the administrations that preceded us, they knew we had to focus on the future, right? We have an opportunity to create the future by inspiring and engaging and enriching our students so they can create it for all of us. So we all have a part, right? Back in the 60s, we didn't know that jobs existed that we're gonna need to manage phones, much less even imagine what that is. So here we are, right? And we're continuing to look on the future. We've got a facilities planning committee that's coming together and gathering information. We're gathering a bond committee that's going to consist of members of our community, students, and some staff, and so that we can make sure that we get the next step right and educate our community and make sure that this bond that comes up gets passed so we can continue laying the path for our future and for our kids.
Wonderful. Well, there's no doubt that we've got some wonderful leadership taking us into that future. How about a big hand, ladies and gentlemen, for our school board president, Miss Donna Sharp.
Thank you, thank you.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
And thank you to our board and our administration and each one of you. We thank you so very much.
All right. Watch your step there.
Yes, sir.
Stick around. We've got a lot more guests coming up right after these few words from our sponsors.
This portion of the Starlight Lounge is brought to you by Ford of Bernie. Our friends at Ford of Bernie sponsored our sharp-looking Convocation t-shirts. For all your automotive needs, visit Ford of Bernie.
Hello, teachers and staff of BISD. My name is Tracy Yelverton. I'm the president of Sam's Kids, and on behalf of Sam's Kids Board of Directors and our school liaison, Janet Despain, we look forward to partnering with you for this school year. Our mission is to find and provide programs, people, and services that narrow the gap between a priority student's current academic performance and their full potential. Some of the ways we can help: backpacks full of school supplies, tutoring, sports fees and equipment, BOA fees, AP exam fees, band instruments and fees. We're always open to new ideas to help these precious students and increase their participation, so please reach out to us if you have some good ideas. There is more info on the BISD website. On behalf of the Board of Directors, thank you.
All right, welcome back to the Starlight Lounge. And after a tribute like that, it's kind of difficult to carry on sometimes, but we must, yes? So, here in the lounge, we have lots and lots and lots of bright stars. And I hope that you understand that that is you all, and you are very, very special to us. There are a couple of folks who really kind of stand out. Maybe you might say a star brighter than the other. It happens. So to help me recognize some of those bright stars right here in the Starlight Lounge, please welcome Champion High School's own Miss Rachel Rabin. You are just lovely. Look at that. Oh, man, that's a sparkly dress there. Very nice. Rachel, you are a teacher here at Champion High School. You teach
choir.
Choir. That makes sense, right? Hence the lovely dress. So how many years have you been with the district?
I've been with the district 5 years last January, and at Champion for 4 years.
5 years. All right. That's an accomplishment. 5 years with the district. So with your time here, you probably have seen some of the best and brightest stars Bernie has had to offer. Some of those fantastic teachers that we recognize every year, right?
Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind that there are some really bright, shining stars here in Bernie ISD, and that's why I'm here.
Have you ever been on that Teacher of the Year list before?
No.
Me neither. That's all right.
Hint, hint, Champion.
I'm hoping the hair will do it for me this year. All right, so did you bring some special guests with you?
I sure did. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Tavis McGeehan. Miss Nancy West. Mr. Chuck Pinetta. And Miss Dawn Adamek. They're going to be singing with me today. They are known as the Heavenly Bodies, and they are music teachers here in the school district as well.
Heavenly Bodies, I see what you did there.
Yeah,
Stars, planets, yeah.
I'm going for it,
you
yes.
science teachers out there, get it? Get it? Get it? Yeah. Would you bless us with a tune?
Absolutely. A minor, please. Now, we are here to recognize some wonderful teachers who really go above and beyond for our school district, and we just really want to recognize them. Where have all the good ones gone, and where are all the gods? Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds? Isn't there a white knight upon a fiery steed? Late at night I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need. Hit it, Ken. Heavenly Bodies. Where have all the good ones gone, and where are all the gods? Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds? Isn't there a white knight upon a fiery steed? Late at night I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. He's gotta be sure and he's gotta be soon and he's gotta be larger than life, larger than life. Please welcome to stage your Bernie ISD Teachers of the Year from Cibolo Creek Elementary, Miss Amy McPhee. Miss Amy McPhee, go ahead and come on out. There we go. Miss Amy McPhee, everybody, from Cibolo Creek. Oh, your pants? All right, can I have from Faber Elementary, Miss Clarissa Moreno? From Fair Oaks Ranch Elementary, can I have Miss Katina Summer? Okay. From Van Robb Elementary, can I have, hello! From Van Robb Elementary, can I have Alyssa Haven? And from Kendall Elementary, can I have Miss Rachel Nall? Coming up from over on stage. Up where the mountains meet the heavens above, up where the lightning splits the sea, I can swear there is someone somewhere watching me. Through the wind and the chill and the rain and the storm and the flood, I can feel his approach like a fire in my blood, 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 like a fire in my. Sing it, heavenly bodies. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be sure and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fresh from the fight. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. He's gotta be sure and he's gotta be soon and he's gotta be larger than life. From Bernie Middle School North, Mr. Todd Rest. From Bernie Middle School South, Miss Christy Underhill. From Voss Middle School, Wendy Sengall. From Bernie High School, Miss Heather Salinas. From Champion High School, Jason Sweatman. And finally, your district teacher of the year from Herb Elementary, Miss Susan Mertz. Thank y'all very much for being such incredible teachers. We hope to inspire to be like you. Thank you so much. I need a hero.
Let's hear it for Rachel Rabin and the Heavenly Bodies. Fantastic. Thank you all. So lovely, wonderful. And all of our teachers of the year, she's absolutely right. You are all an inspiration to us all. Thank you so much. And you got some lovely parting gifts to go with you. And you got a song sung for you. How about that? One more time for our teachers of the year. And this special young lady here.
We're going to travel back in time to the fall of 1986. And yes, I do suddenly realize that I have just aged myself because I am looking at some young, fresh faces. So this could be more difficult for some than others. But let's give it a try. I want you to imagine a long hallway that leads to my junior level education class. I had just finished giving a presentation, feeling really grateful, one, because it was over, and two, I was thinking I did a really good job. When all of a sudden, I hear my name being called from across the classroom. I turn my attention to my professor, who we will keep anonymous, but for today's purposes, we're going to call her Dr. X. And in front of the entire classroom, she says to me, Miss Stone, you need to know you will never be a successful teacher. Your voice is too soft, it is too high, and those children are going to eat you alive. True story. Needless to say, my body froze, my brain went numb, and I remember responding so softly, probably only in a pitch that a dog could hear. I said, "Thank you," and crept out of that classroom, never expecting to re-enter those double doors again. Fast forward to August 3rd, 2021. I am so proud to say that this week starts the beginning of my 33rd year in education. How did a girl like me, who had too soft of a voice that was too high, ever make it in this job for 33 years? Well, I have learned a few things along the way. We are not just a teacher. We would not be working in Bernie ISD if we were just teachers. The word teacher is a job title. A teacher is someone who teaches a concept to students so they can learn new things along the way. That is a teacher. But an educator is vastly different in my eyes. An educator is someone that inspires, challenges, allows creativity, does not put thinking inside of a box, and makes the connection to the real world. But most importantly, an educator is someone that can build relationships with every single student that enters their classroom, even their toughest critics. You know them. The student that walks into your classroom, checks everything out, heads to the far back row in the far corner, slumps in their chair, and then stares you down. It's like they're screaming, but they're so silently saying, "I dare you. I dare you to even try to crack this shell I have built around myself." Do we all have that student in mind? An educator is someone who can build relationships and make sure that their children feel, without a doubt, safe, loved, nurtured, not only socially, but emotionally. And then, and only then, magic can happen. They will do anything for you. They will move mountains, if they could, for you. When you build relationships with your students, you will be the educator that they remember. You will be the one that they seek out long after they leave your classroom. And you will be the educator that made a difference in those children's lives. And I ask you, isn't that our purpose? You know, when I signed up for my degree plan, I don't remember thinking about entering education so I could be the teacher that could increase test scores, or I didn't even think about what lesson that I was going to teach, or jump for joy when I could finally stay on track of a scope and sequence. I wanted to witness and be a part of change. Change for the better. To me, that is what education is all about. And we cannot forget our purpose. Even on the toughest days, we must remember why we chose this path. We cannot forget our purpose and let it get all muddled up in emails, endless grading, and expectations that we think we cannot meet. We must remember what we signed up for, the children. As I close, I do want to give Dr. X a wee bit of credit. Her words to me that morning were more accurate than she will ever realize. She was right. I will never be a successful teacher because I strive to be a successful educator. You got it. So, I wish you, my fellow educators, an amazing school year. And please, if you only remember one or two things, always be the educator and never forget your purpose. Thank you and have a fantastic school year.
Susan Mertz, everybody, Bernie ISD Teacher of the Year. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And you got a good parting gift as well.
Oh, yes.
All right, all right. We'll lead you out this way. Stage manager! Stick around, we've got some more coming right after these words from our sponsors.
This portion of the Starlight Lounge Convocation 2021 is brought to you by Ford of Bernie, McDonald's, HEB, Toyota of Bernie, 1910 Church, and our amazing parent-teacher organizations. Thank you for your support of Bernie ISD.
Teachers, staff, and administration. On behalf of the Bernie Education Foundation, welcome to the 2021-2022 school year. My name is Sarah Hill, and I'm honored to serve as BEF president. Last year, you thrived during a school year with a global pandemic. You made it, you survived, and you help us parents survive too. Thank you for leading the way with your bravery and opening schools and allowing our kids to get back to normal. I'm happy to say that in a year that so many things came to a screeching halt, our donors continued to support us. They kept giving, members of our board kept working, and we will be gifting over $300,000 to Bernie ISD this school year. And it all starts now. This week, you will be receiving our BEF Back to School gift cards, and we've been able to increase the amount of each card to $75 this year. We hope you'll find good use for this money in your classrooms, and we hope this helps to jumpstart an amazing school year. We promise to do our part to support every student, every teacher, and every school in Bernie.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Starlight Lounge. You guys still having fun? Still having fun out there? You sure? Follow the sign. Follow the sign. Yeah. Still having fun? Don't you think I'm funny? That's right. Mr. Wilson, I didn't see you laughing. I didn't see you laugh. Yeah, that's you. Don't look around, you know. I want to see one of these. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha. Yeah, try it again. Ha, 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 ha. That's right. We're getting you the Santa suit this year. Okay, good. I tell you what, you know, we do have so many stars here in the Starlight Lounge, and I always forget to recognize, you know, pretty much everybody here on this stage has been just an example of the kind of talent that we have here in Bernie ISD. In fact, this wonderful group of fantastic people here, right here, Ken Peach and the Starlight Lounge Band, who you got there with you? So you can just kind of tell us what kind of stars we're looking at?
Well, Avi, we have. Oh, I'm not going to do my announcer voice.
Oh, no, you're the band guy.
That's right, I'm the band guy.
Okay.
That's right. Hey, we have a wonderful group of folks back here. This is a collection of everything from students all the way through community members and retired folks. So let's just start right here. So if you're a student that we pulled into this adult band, raise your hand and wave at the audience. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a community member and or retired from BISD also, raise your hand. Couple right back there. Oh, in fact, Sterling on the end is setting in for his dad today. There is Sterling. You're an alumni. Then we have everything from elementary music teachers. Wave at us, elementary music teachers. Where's our middle school band directors? Middle school band directors. And our principals, I can't forget principals, right? And then our high school band directors right up here, right over here. So collectively, this is your Starlight Lounge band. Back to you.
Lots of talent right here in Bernie ISD. And I tell you, there's no way this can all happen if we didn't have some fantastic leadership to go with it. So, without any further ado, please put your hands together. Help me welcome our district superintendent, Dr. Thomas Price. And he's got style too, look at that. So good to have you, so good to have you. Come on, would you like to have a seat in the lounge, if you will? Yeah, great. Dr. Price, I tell you what, it's such a privilege to have you here with us.
It's my privilege to be here.
But it is convocation, so I kind of expected to see you. But I didn't expect this.
I tried to get out of it.
You did?
I did.
I'm sure there's one or two over there that tried as well.
Yeah,
but they made them put lights on their heads, so they're stuck with it.
Track them down.
So very nice. Very nice outfit you got there. The sparkles, I love it. I love it. Kind of goes with the whole theme.
Yeah, I think you kind of try to see just how far you can stretch me every year.
Yep, every year. Hey, I'm not a genie this year.
I think we're stepping up in the world.
Thanks for putting me back in the bottle.
You didn't give me my wishes,
literally. Some of you got it. Never mind. Drummer. Thank you. All right. Dr. Price, you've been here how many years now?
4 years now. This is my 5th year.
This will be start of 5th year as our district superintendent. And we've come a long way just since you've been here. So quite a bit of growth.
Yeah, about 2,000 students.
Wow, 2,000 plus students in just 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. How do you deal with something like that?
A lot of prayer.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah. We've got a great community that supports us, and we have the people in the audience. We are great because we have wonderful people who support us and are there for our students. We could not have made it this past year and a half without all of us pulling together. I know there's no place on earth I would rather have been than here, because I've seen the struggles that other school districts went through the past couple of years with this pandemic, and how some of the struggles were from outside the districts, but inside the districts they were being torn apart. And as a whole, we did a wonderful job of pulling together and getting through, at least to this point.
Well, you know what, for being here in the lounge today, we also got you a little gift here, a little coffee mug. We asked the next time you drink some coffee, remember us here in the Starlight Lounge. Look how nice and cute that is.
Looks good.
Next
Looks
time,
like
can we get some bigger mugs next time? This guy needs an extra dose of coffee here in the mornings. Yeah, hey!
Yeah.
Oh! Ho, ho!
Next time, make it a margarita glass, and I'll...
Yes! Yes! Hey, leave the jokes to the professionals, okay? Leave the jokes to the professionals, all right. I'm sure you have a wonderful message for all of us, and I guess I'll just turn it over to you. You've got
It's a message. I don't know if it's wonderful or not, so we'll find out.
Okay.
Hey, up there, let me see. First, I want to sit back and just thank you for, as we just talked just then, helping us get through this past year and a half. It's been a tough year. We couldn't have done it without you, and I found great joy just standing up here on the stage and looking around at the audience, because remember last year at this time, besides dancing with the genie, we were spread out in all different places, and there was a reason. We wanted to be safe. It's so nice to be back in one room with all of you again, and inviting you to join me. Let's start out by welcoming our new family members out there, our new employees. Please stand. Woo! It's our pleasure to welcome about 100 new staff members to our family. I don't know if all of you know this, we have about 1,600 employees in Boerne ISD. That's remarkable. We're by far the biggest employer in the area, and I think we are the best employer in the area. We have great family members, so thank you. And every year this is a challenge for me because I'm naturally an introvert, and Avi wants to stretch me every year. And he does a good job. And I did a pretty good job because all the stuff going on in the world, I kind of ignored this until about 1 this morning. Then I really wish I hadn't given up coffee. So it's been a tough year, but we're going to try it, and I hope you're enjoying this. Every year when we go through this, I go to Avi because he's a great theater teacher, worked with my daughter, and he made her look good, so make me look good. Give me some advice. This is the advice he gives me. Go out and be super cool. Super, get it? Yeah. Have you ever met me? Not super cool. So he says, go out and just think about the cool people back in the 60s. Well, funny, most of the audience weren't alive in the 60s, but so I started thinking about Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. Okay, I can be cool. But then I thought, okay, the King, yeah. The outfit, I looked in the mirror, I can do this. But you know what, when I opened my eyes, so on our budget, you're getting the Colonel, not the King. All right. I love this picture. This is the picture of the old Van Rob schoolhouse. And I think I like that eerie feel because, we did through this past year, we pulled together, we survived, and you know what? We really thrived in this pandemic. But as we went through this, I started thinking if it was only COVID we had to deal with, it would have been a little bit easier. But we had the great blizzard. Who would have thought I moved to South Texas and I'd get to live through a blizzard? Then we'd had hailstorms. Then I really knew God had a sense of humor when in South Texas we get 30 days of rain and flood. And then the toilet paper shortage. Come on. We're going through the plagues. So, we've got some great science teachers here, and we also have some great conspiracy theorists in our community. I got together with them on Facebook. And we figured out where all this started for us. All the scientists in the world trying to figure out this. We figured it out. Okay, it all started at the schoolhouse at Van Rob. Remember a few years back? The crickets and the chickens. That's where it all started. This is all the revenge of the crickets. So it's been a challenge, and as I said earlier, there is no place I would have survived the past year and a half, but here, because I am a worrier, and every night I worry about how we can keep our children safe, how we can keep you safe, how we can educate them in a world that is changing constantly. But you know what? When I hear all the time, it was a horrible year, I don't think it was. Take the virus out of this, take the toilet paper shortage out of it. It wasn't a horrible year. You did a good job of going through and surviving and thriving this year. And you know why? And one of the things we have to focus on to get through this is our why. And as Ms. Mertz said, y'all are wonderful educators. We worked on relationships prior to the COVID, on relationships with capturing kids' hearts and talking about the importance of supporting each other. And as we started this time last year, it was scary. I was scared to death what was going to happen the next day. But you pulled together, and it was different. Our kids were in masks, you were in masks. For the first time, our kindergarten parents were walking up to the doors of our schools, and they couldn't go in. But you know what we did? At Kendall Elementary, we had a beautiful princess meet them at the door. Over at North, and going to middle school for the first time, all of us remember is a very scary thing. But we had Prince Charming showing the way. You pulled together and you made sure that they were being taken care of. And nothing, a lot of people thought, okay, we opened the school doors, and I'm very proud that we did when a lot of schools didn't. But we opened them, and nothing we did was the same. From the moment kids got out of the car to the moment they left. Bathroom wasn't the same, lunch wasn't the same, how we did things in classes wasn't the same, and all the virtual challenge, nothing was the same. It's remarkable that we were able to achieve what we were able to achieve last year. And I think it goes back to the why, because as tired as all of you were, and I've spoken to quite a bit of you, you all went back to your love of children. And that's why we're here. And a lot of times when I hear about the horrible year, I think about all the schools that closed down and things that didn't happen in those schools, that happened with us. And I think we asked Anna Martinez, who was a student at Champion High School, to write a letter. Every year we have in January, thank the board it's a board appreciation. And this year we asked her to write, along with several other students, write letters to the board. And I think she explains it the best.
Nos mantuvieron seguros y estamos sinceramente agradecidos. Que Dios continúe bendiciéndolos a todos y dotándolos con más sabiduría en los días venideros. Gracias por permitirnos disfrutar otro bendecido y emocionante año escolar. I'm so glad I got to come to school again.
And if you didn't catch that, Eddie Ashley leaned into her as she was crying, comforting her, and said, what's wrong? And she was just happy to be back at school. Because remember, we went a whole semester where our kids weren't here. None were here. And to our children, most of our children, there's always the one, like Ms. Mertz said, in the back of the room, but most of our children love coming to school. And they love it because of what you do. And our board's great, but she wasn't crying about the board. She missed you, and she missed being here. And that made me start thinking about other things, again, that wouldn't have happened. Why? I'm going to start out with athletics. And I'm going to read a list. And it's a long list, but it's to make a point. In athletics this year, if we had not opened BHS, they won Dan Cook Cup, Lone Star Cup, they were 3rd in the state, and champion was 10th in the state. At BHS, we had a state championship in boys soccer. State finals, boys golf. State semifinals, team tennis. Girls and boys basketball, Final Four, one school. Regional softball, regional semifinals, football, girls soccer, area finalists, volleyball, and baseball. Now, not to be done at champion. State champion, girls cross country, 2 years in a row. State champion, girls 200 freestyle. State champion, girls 1,600 meters. Chachi is fast. State semifinal, boys cross country, 2nd in the state. Boys golf, girls golf was 3rd in the state. Area finalists in football, regional team tennis, boys track, girls 2nd in the region. Quarterfinals for softball and baseball. All those things would not have happened if we did not open. Great things happen, and I'd like for all the coaches who inspired these children to do their best. Please stand up so we can give you a hand. Coach Tate, Coach Escalante, Coach Strong, thank you for doing what you did with the state championships. Not to be outdone, our fine arts programs. Up there you have Grease. We had over 100 students on this stage performing Grease in January when no one else was performing across the state. We also were named for the 2nd time one of the best communities in the country for music education, and you see those fine people over there that lead that. And here's just some of the other accolades, and I know I'm going to miss some, but this is just trying to give you an idea. BHS, Visual Arts, was regional, band, sweepstakes, color guard, 1st division, choir, sweepstakes, orchestra sweepstakes, dance, super sweepstakes, and grand champions. At champion, we had visual arts, state, band, sweepstakes, all-state clarinet, choir, sweepstakes, and regionals, dance, sweepstakes, orchestra, sweepstakes, all-state orchestra, and theater, one act, and Avi took them further than champions ever been in their history. Would those sponsors please stand up so we can give you a round of applause? Come on. And again, our why, academic. We had national merit finalists at both of our campuses, and at BHS, they won district academic. Congratulations, that was the first. They also had reserve grand champion lamb, goat, and barrow, and speech debate advanced at champion. Social studies was regional champions, and they had 4 students accepted to the National Space and Aerospace program. Our debate team was 3rd in the nation, and we had Haley O'Higgins, gold in the national for FCCLA. With those sponsors, please stand. So part of our why also is to make sure when the students leave us, that they can go off and they can be wonderful citizens, because they're the ones who are going to come back in our old age and support us. We want that. One of the things that I was very proud of last year is that the student advisory headed a campaign called the Kindness Campaign. In this crazy world where everybody wants to fight over everything, our kids worried about the 500 new students that we receive every year and who is going to make them feel welcome. And that spread from the high schools to the middle schools to the elementary schools. These are the kids that are going to be taking care of us, and I'm proud of that. We also had, for the second time, the toys, the cookies and cocoa toy drive, and we raised twice as many toys as we did the year before. That's a lot of our students going out there. And this is also something that hits my heart, because those toys stay here in Kendall County and they go through our Blue Santa program. And we could have easily not had that last year, but everybody pulled together. And we hear and talk about the hometown feel, and what is more hometown than our homecoming parades? And bringing everyone together, and that we could have easily also said, it's COVID, we're not going to do it. But we did, and I think it's one of our things that continues to make us understand the importance of a small town feel. And our why, more than anything for me, is getting our kids back on campus and allowing them to be kids. I walk into our elementary classrooms, and that's the best, where they're all over the place, and all over the place in social distance, with masks. But they got to be kids, and laughter was in the air. That's what you provided last year. And that's why you are the best school district in the state of Texas. The neat thing about COVID, we got this in the very beginning of the pandemic in March, May of 2020, and because of COVID, we got to keep it for 2 years in a row. I did ask HEB if the $50,000 was duplicated, and they said no. They said, we'll give you some school supplies. But it just wasn't best district. Other things that we went through, our school board, they got to be 2 years in a row. They got to be School Board of the Year for Region 20. We had Capturing Kids' Hearts National Showcase at both Fair Oaks and Currington. We had ATPE Secondary Teacher of the Year, Kim Grossenbacher. We had Texas Coach of the Year in 2 different areas. Remarkable. Jonathan Tate. Region 4 Soccer Coach of the Year, Michael Strong. Dive Coach of the Year, Jennifer Bauer. Boys Golf Coach, Jason Sweatman. It gets longer. Tennis Coach of the Year, Joey Cantu. 14 4A Coach of the Year, Shay Hendricks. Texas Transportation Employee of the Year, Christy Cotton. Middle School Counselor of the Year, Denise Nepper. Elementary Principal Counselor Advocate, Tanya Tate. Elementary Assistant Principal, Beth Miller. San Antonio Rodeo Community Champion, Dorman Vick. School Resource Officer of the Year, Judge Michelle Van Stavern. Would those people please stand up so we can give you a hand? But of all the things that happened last year, last October we were notified that we were one of the top workplaces in the San Antonio area, the top school workplace. This one means more to me than any of the others, because that wasn't an outside group telling us, that was you telling us. And it would be very easily done to just say, oh, this was a bad year, and fill out those little questionnaires poorly. But you filled them out, and you said you trusted us. I know more than anyone in this room, the trust was really stretched last year. We asked you to do more things than I think you thought or I thought were possible, and I apologize for that. I think we did the best we possibly could. When you have so many things running and thrown at us at once, every day it's a new issue. You held in there, and you trusted us to get you through that. And one of my goals this year is to build that trust back, because I know that trust was stretched. We're going to do everything we can to continue to work to make sure you understand we're here to support you, give you what you need to educate our students, and eventually we'll earn this back. We didn't even try this year because we weren't going to ask anybody about what they thought this year. All I have to do is read Facebook. So, here's the challenge. And I wish I could promise something different. But this last year we had to try to balance academics and safety. It's going to continue. You know, I was delusional about 4 months ago, and I thought it'd get better over the summer. And in July 4th, it was pretty good because we weren't here, but it was pretty good. And even right after July, and then it got closer, and then the past couple of days, some of the same stuff has started back up. I want you to understand, whenever we talk about academics and safety, when we talk about safety, you are just as important as our students. When we make those decisions, we do everything we can because you are the heart and soul of what we do. So when you see safety in academics, we're not just talking about our students. I hope you've been enjoying the professional development that some of you have already started and some of you will continue this week. I think we grow together academically, not just our students, but the safety part is very important because we're going to be torn. I've already gotten calls the past couple of days from both sides. You know, last year when we opened up, we were called baby killers. And at the end of the year, when we continue to put masks on our students, we were called baby killers. I think that will continue. There's extremes out there. But I want you, and this is the most important audience for me, I want you to know that your safety is the most important because we're going to work together. And I want to thank our nurses. Will you please stand? I can tell you, if I was called names, they were called twice as many last year. A good group to be with. They were our front line. And they're going to have to be our front line again this year. We get arguments from both sides about what the science is, and I can tell you it changes every day. We get advice from the CDC, from TEA, from the governor's office, and all of them are different. And then they blame us. We are going to do our best to hold together, and I think what really helps us is we are one big family. And you know what? In my family, we don't always agree, but at the end of the day, we love each other. We respect each other. And I think that's what we do here. I spend more time with you people than I do with my family at home. And I want it to be that family atmosphere where we care about each other. We can talk and we can disagree, and that's going to happen. But at the end of the day, we care enough about each other that we support each other. And I don't want that to ever be a doubt that we're not supporting you when you're not supporting us. Because that's what helped us get through this past year and a half, is that belief in each other. And you know, one of the things when I first got here, 4 years ago, one of the big fears was that our sports teams, we'd both be 5A. And that hasn't happened yet. But there was this fear that our kids couldn't handle it. I don't think it's the kids. And I've learned a lot of things over the past 30 plus years from my students. And I think this is a lesson. Borrowed this from Mike Gillette. He gave me permission, and his title was 2 Schools, 1 Town. But I think this really is 12 schools, 1 family. And I want you to listen to what our swim teams put together. If our students can come together and work together and cheer each other on, we can too. We can learn from them, and we can pull our community with us as we do this. Very proud of them. A few years back, about 20 years back, a book came out, All I Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. Last year, kindergarten was really disrupted. A lot of our students didn't come to school. We taught virtual kindergarten. And that would sound like a joke 2 or 3 years ago, but and maybe a joke last year too. Just not as funny as we want it to be. We are going to have babies come to us going into 1st grade who have never been in school. My son, who teaches in Humble, he is doing their Jump Start. And he had that 1st grade group. He had children that did not know how to go to the restroom in school in 1st grade. So a lot of 1st grade is, yes, you have to know your letters and your numbers, but a lot of it is training children to be in school, the socialization. And we're going to have a lot that just weren't there. And you know, it's easy to point to the kindergarten students, but we have a lot of our students who are going to come back to us after being a year and a half out of school, and mom and daddy's been teaching them math and science in high school. So we're going to have to close that gap. And the only way we can do it is by pulling together. I want to read something to you, and those of you that know me know I don't like reading public. So let's try this. This is an excerpt from All I Really Need to Know in Kindergarten, and really our kindergarten teachers are heroes because they did teach us everything we needed to know. Robert Fulcum wrote, "All I really need to know I learned in kindergarten. All I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not at the top of the graduate school mountain, but there in the sand pile at Sunday school. These are the things I learned. Share everything, play fair, don't hit people, put things back where you found them, clean up your own mess, don't take things that aren't yours, say you're sorry when you hurt somebody, wash your hands before you eat." Didn't we need that last year? "Flush." Thank you, kindergarten teachers. "Warm cookies and cold milk are great for you. Live a balanced life. Learn some, think some, and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day some. Take a nap every afternoon." And this is the most important one to me. "When you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together." That's what we're going to have to do this year to make it through this year. We are going to have to stick together as a family does, support each other. And it doesn't mean that you can complain. I want you to complain. I want you to tell us what we need to do to get better. But that's what we're going to have to do to get through this, because there are too many sides coming at us that want us to do opposite things. And when I started this a long time ago, I thought that I could please everybody. I thought in the end, logic would pan out, and I know we had the parent here, the student there that we didn't please, but I thought 99% we do. What the pandemic has taught me is we don't. There's a good, I think it's down to probably about 80% we can make happy overall because they love us. But you have 10% now who don't want us to be in school, and 10% who are afraid we're going to put masks on kids. And we are going to continue to hear that. And you know what? What we've got to do is hold hands. We got to get above it, and we got to focus. And our focus has got to be how can we make students successful, whether it's academic, social, on the field, on the stage, in the classroom. And you know what? We did it last year. I read those off intentionally to see it's a long list. And you know what? You could say, well, we do that all the time. No, we didn't. That was one of the more successful years we've had. And no one else around there could have read off a list that long. You are special. You make a difference in students' lives. And I'm proud to be here. So thank you for thriving when you could have given up, stayed home. You came out. And you know, this will be a tough year, but I know that definitely we can pull together. Because you know what? Sometimes you want to be the king, but you have to be the colonel. And it ain't that bad if you're in Boerne, Texas. So thank you very much. Have a great year.
Las Vegas.
Dr.
There
Price, ladies and gentlemen.
Viva Las Vegas.
The king.
Viva, viva Las Vegas. Dr. Price,
nice.
Everybody. Dr. Price.
They even gave you the king's music. Hey, you know, and he's going to be modest about this, but he also is one of us shining stars, superstars out there. Because what we forgot to tell you is that you won a special award this year too.
I got it because of you, but I was the Superintendent of the Year for Region 20.
Superintendent of the Year for Region 20. All right. Well, that's it. That's all the time we have here in the Starlight Lounge. Y'all ready to go and get on out of here? Sign girl. We're going to wrap things up here in the Starlight Lounge, but before we go, I wrote you a song. A back-to-school song. That bell rings. Oh, next Wednesday morning, don't you know? All those kiddos start rushing in. You got your fancy clothes on for the first day, babe. 5 will get you 10, oh, they'll be ruined before day's end. You know, when that bell rings, ha! In the morning, and you rush in just full of life. Eek! And those lesson plans you prepared, babe, should be somewhere on Google Drive. Oh, on the bus loop, babe, now those kids are back in school. Look out, those kids are back! Oh!